Does your Sprinter have clunks or vibrations coming from the driveline? Well, this one did. In fact, there's 4 common causes of driveline clunks and vibration that we see. Sometimes it's the flex disc. It could also be universal joints on the prop shaft. Sometimes it's the center bearing, or it could even be the rear differential. This Sprinter, however, it's got 400,000 kilometers and it had 3 of those 4 problems. Problem number 1, the flex disc. So this is a big rubber piece which provides a bit of dampening between the transmission and the prop shaft or tail shaft. This one is several years old and you can see all the old age cracks in the rubber there, so that was due to be replaced. Problem number 2, the center bearing. This one hadn't failed completely, but similar to the flex disc, the rubber supports there are cracked, just about to break through. These center bearings support the tail shaft as it's spinning, and they actually bolt upwards like this on the underside of your Sprinter. What can happen to them is that the bearing can simply wear out and become noisy, or in the case of this one, when those rubber supports break, the whole thing will be free to shake around, which causes a huge amount of vibration. Next is the uni joints or universal joints. They were actually okay on this Sprinter, but this tail shaft is a 2-piece tail shaft and has 2 of these joints, one in the center and one in the rear. These are susceptible to wearing out over time. They're a sealed unit, you can't externally grease them, and the sign of damage to look out for is when the shaft twists or clunks on that universal joint. When that happens, you've got to replace them. And down the end of the drive line is problem number 3 for this vehicle. This is the rear differential or axle assembly. So the problem with this one is that it had a significant amount of backlash. So when you'd hop in the Sprinter, you'd shift it into drive, there was this big clunk as the prop shaft was spinning around. That was due to wear and tear on the gears inside here. It was also noticeable when you're going from acceleration to coasting. As you'd lift your foot off the accelerator pedal, you'd also feel a clunk. So when you're feeling those driveline clunks coming from a diff, what's actually happening is that due to the wear and tear on the bearings and the gears inside, the gears will actually clunk and jump back and forth when you're changing from drive to reverse or letting your foot off the accelerator. So this Sprinter has 400,000 Ks on the clock, and the customer has chosen the sensible option of fitting a complete second-hand rear diff assembly.